Hey man, what is good, Jazzy Boy Jump? I'm back with another video for you guys, man. I hope every single one of you guys having a great day. So, sorry guys, I'm back on the grind. Um, got a couple video for you guys, man. I got this video, the dark story of Nikola Jokic, Secret Brothers. Hopefully this is a great video, man. It's about 11 minutes long. This should be very exciting. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if there's any videos you guys want me to react to, let me know in the comment section and I'll get to that video. I'm trying to do a lot of different videos on this channel, man. So if you guys are enjoying the reactions, leave a comment. Let me know. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, man, love you guys. I love that you guys enjoyed the video. So without further ado, man, let's get inside. It's a dark story of Nikola Jokic, Secret Brothers. Nikola Jokic, as you guys know, has two older brothers and they're giants, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're absolute giants, and they're always gonna stand up for their. I think he's the younger brother out of those two, right? I don't know if he has any other siblings, but this should be a great video. Nikola Jokic, one of the better basketball players. He was the MVP last year. That dude's a beast. And he's still like top 3 this year too to win the MVP in the MVP race. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video, man. Let's go.
Mike, do you know? Have you interacted with his brothers?
Man, his brothers are like mobsters, bro. Like they're so different than him. Like he got some, but they're like
His brothers are heard of. Like Nicola's a nice guy, but you don't want to mess with him, man. You know what I'm saying?
they really like they'll come out on the court and try to fight like almost every other game, and they're like, I guess they're a big deal back in Serbia, but they're just like they're so different than Joker.
During Game 4 of the 2021 Western Conference semifinals, this viral scuffle broke out between Nikola Jokic and Devin Booker. And while most of us had our attention on
I remember that Devin Booker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Devin Booker, you asked for that,
the
man.
action going down on the court
Everybody
itself,
thinks Jokic
maybe
is soft.
more
He's
of
not
us
soft.
should have been looking into the stands, because just a few rows away from the hardwood stood Nikola Jokic's two big brothers, both of which were going absolutely insane on the sidelines. For most NBA fans, this was the very first time we had ever seen Nikola Jokic's brothers making headlines, but even just based off of the limited
Look how big those dudes.
information
giants,
we
bruh.
knew about them already, and by that I mean pretty much just their appearance, we could all understand that these tattoo-riddled tough guys definitely ended up differently than their Winnie the Pooh resembling brother. But why? How did these three brothers end up so different? Is Michael Porter Jr. correct in calling these guys mobsters? Today,
Finesse
let's
the
talk
trophy
about
from
NBA MVP Nikola Jokic's mysterious brothers. They are definitely some interesting characters, but they also have a terrifying dark side that has caused many of Jokic's Nugget
Let's get into
teammates
it.
to
Let's get into it. Why are they making it seem like I'm watching some sort of FBI documentary on a criminal, bro? Like,
endlessly fear them. But before we get into that story, did you guys know that only 3% of you guys are subscribed? Yes.
let me go subscribe to my
I
boy's
see you,
channel,
You're
man. Let me
watching
go
the videos,
subscribe,
not
man.
even
Support
thinking
the
about
kid.
it, and you just never click that darn button. Chances
Y'all
are,
make sure y'all subscribe to my channel as well. Y'all don't understand. YouTubers go through a lot to make videos, man. So if you guys are not subscribed, go and subscribe to my guy. What's the channel called? Congostomus? Kogostomus, however you pronounce that. And make sure y'all subscribe to me as well, man. Show the love, spread the love,
that
man.
you, and yes, you, I'm talking to you, are in that 97%. Don't pretend like you're not. I see you.
Good promotion. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
Anyways, let's talk about Strahinja and Nemanja Jokic. Now 38 years old, Strahinja is the eldest Jokic brother, with the 36-year-old Nemanja only trailing him by 2 years. The two grew up in a cramped 2-bedroom apartment in Sombor, Serbia, alongside their father, Branislav Jokic, as well as their mother and grandmother. Growing up, the Jokic family didn't have too much. It was difficult for them to get by, and Sombor wasn't always the safest place to live. Then, on February 19th, 1995, 12 years after Strahinja was born, came a young boy named Nikola.
12 years after? That's crazy. To have
Jokic.
a child
this
after
picture here shows
after waiting
just
12
how
years.
drastic the age gap between Nikola and his bros truly was. But nevertheless,
I shouldn't even be talking, bro. If y'all didn't know, I'm the oldest of my mom has what is it, 15, so there's 16 of us, and I'm second oldest of all of them, and I'm 25, and I have sisters that are like literally 4 months old, so I shouldn't even be talking,
and
bro.
Nemanja embraced him with the same kind of tough love that their father had given to them. For hours a day, the two older bros would sit on their knees and play with Nikola on his toy basketball hoop, an activity that was the future MVP's first ever experience with basketball. But Nikola's brothers were taken away from his life almost as quickly as they were put there. As a 7-year-old, Jokic watched as Strahinja left home to play professional basketball across Europe. Soon after, Nemanja traveled all the way to America to play Division I basketball for the University of Detroit Mercy, where he averaged 4 points and 3 rebounds per game over the course of 2 seasons. Nemanja Jokic was a skilled big man with a solid passing ability and a smooth touch from behind the arc, similar to his future MVP brother, except there was...
I didn't even know his two older brothers went to go play basketball. That's interesting. I didn't even know his two older brothers. That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
He only stood at 6'6". Meanwhile, the 6'10" Strahinja saw even less success than his shorter brother. Nikola would later go on to compare his game to that of Kendrick Perkins, saying, quote, "He's not that talented, but he hates to lose." Regardless of how talented either brother was, their father was as proud as can be. Branislav would go to as many of their games as possible, and he never failed to make a scene whenever he did. About their dad, Nemanja would later go on to say, quote, "Our dad is really passionate about watching the games. He screams, yells, nobody sits around him," while the elder brothers enjoyed their professional...
Hey, that's the way any father should be if you're gonna go watch your child, man. The fact that you're actually showing up to go watch your child play something, that says a lot. But the fact to, be standing and cheering the whole time, that's a true father, man. So that's props to any fathers that go out of their way to go watch their sons' games or watch their daughters' games or whatever. Support their children in any way, man. That goes a long way. No
careers, Jokic was stuck alone in Serbia, brutally overweight and unable to do a singular push-up. He would say, quote, "I was taller than most of the guys and girls, and fattest too. I didn't love physical activities. In high school, I couldn't even do one push-up." As the outlier in a family full of hyper-masculine tough guys, the Joker accepted the fact that he would need to adopt a different identity to stand out. Jokic was a self-described goofball throughout all of school because it was the only way he could get by. A homebody, Jokic missed both of his brothers greatly each and every day, and was a pretty lonely kid throughout almost all of his teens. Motivated to be like his brothers, Jokic joined many local youth squads to lose weight. He was pretty tall and a pretty raw prospect, but the potential looked there. And so he eventually went on to sign with professional...
Is that actual footage?
Serbian team Mega Vasura, the beginning of what we all know would become a masterpiece of a career. In 2014, all of Jokic's hard work would finally pay off. As a random Taco Bell ad played late into the night as Jokic slept, the Joker's name appeared at the bottom of the screen. He had been selected 41st overall by the Denver Nuggets.
That's crazy. Round 2, 41st overall pick, and he's an MVP of the league. 41st. He was picked during a Taco Bell commercial, bro. That's crazy. And the fact that he became an MVP and is literally changing the game as a big man, it's crazy.
Soon after, Jokic was awakened by a phone call from his brother Nemanja, who at the time was in New York. "You got drafted in the NBA. How do you sleep right now?" he heard his brother shouting from the other line. Nowadays, Nikola Jokic has purchased a 3-bedroom apartment in Denver, where he still lives with Strahinja and Nemanja to this day.
That's dope, man. I respect the hell out of Jokic for that, man. To keep family with you throughout your whole career, man. His brothers don't got to do anything, you know what I'm saying? Just protect him. the end of the day.
Everything that they do is done in the most hyper-competitive manner imaginable, a trait that, despite all of their differences, shines bright within all three Jokic brothers. After visiting the brothers' new apartment, NBA reporter Howard Beck would later write, quote, "A few words of advice should you ever spend an afternoon at House Jokic. Do not play indoor basketball unless you're okay with getting tackled. If the game is cards, plan on cheating. Your opponents will..."
Jeez. I apologize, y'all. I don't know what the heck is going on in the...
Look up occasionally so you don't get hit by a drone. Look down occasionally so you don't break your ankle on the remote-controlled car. Despite their rough appearances, it's evident that Jokic's seemingly terrifying brothers truly are children at heart. But above all of their other shared pastimes, none of those moments compare to watching their younger bro from the front row during every home game in Denver. The two have adopted the antics of their passionate father Branislav, flipping over chairs and getting kicked out seemingly whenever the opportunity arises. Trust me, that clip of them yelling at Devin Booker was not the first time they had a meltdown in the stands. Unfortunately, Jokic's brothers also have a dark side, specifically Strahinja, who on October 1st, 2019, was arrested for assault. Drunk out of his mind, the eldest Jokic brother allegedly choked a woman and refused to let her leave the apartment they were staying in, which, although unconfirmed, was likely the very apartment Nikola Jokic continues to live in to this day. The woman tried to call the police, but Strahinja took her phone. She then rushed upstairs to get a hold of a computer, which she would use to contact a friend of hers so she could call 911. To Strahinja's surprise, the police soon arrived at his doorstep and quickly charged him with second-degree assault, false imprisonment, and obstruction of a telephone service.
I didn't think we were going this dark. This is crazy.
Still to this day, Nikola Jokic has yet to comment on his brother's crimes. For many, it's impossible to comprehend how a loved one that means so much to you is capable of committing such an irreprehensible act.
Yeah,
Nikola
that's crazy.
needed Strahinja. Besides Jokic's wife and Nemanja, his presence was the only part of his life that had remained a constant as he traveled over to start a new life in America. From day one, Jokic had always felt like an outsider in the United States. He was not good at picking up the language. He despised American food and only cooked Serbian dishes when he could. This never felt like his home. Strahinja...
I don't blame him, bro. I wasn't born here in the US, bro. US food is... you know what I'm saying, bro? It's cool, but it don't hit the same, bro.
Were all he had. A conflicted Nikola eventually made the decision to allow Strahinja to remain in his apartment, and the man has kept a clean record ever since. At the end of the day, it's very interesting to see just how different and yet shockingly similar these three Jokic brothers truly are. Had they not have been brothers, these three likely would have never gotten along, but in their youth, the three were able to set their differences aside and truly form an inseparable bond. In many ways, Nikola's goofy personality that we all love him for today only came to fruition to juxtapose the hard-nosed appearances of his brothers. And even though they may owe a lot to Nikola, he will always owe just as much to them. I want to end this video off looking at this clip of Nikola Jokic accepting the 2021 NBA MVP trophy. Instantly, even in a room full of the teammates he spends each and every day playing with, his attention immediately goes over to his phone, where his family is on the other side, thousands of miles away, cheering him on. A 2014 phone call interrupting his slumber marked the beginning of Nikola Jokic's NBA journey. And now, as he stood there with the most prestigious award any individual player could possibly ask for, the love and support of his family.
That's amazing, man. I need these shirts. These shirts they have on right here, these are so dope. I need one of those shirts.
The love and support of his
Joke's on you.
family once again shined brighter than the accomplishment itself. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Remember, 97% of you have not clicked that button. And with that, as always, stay safe out there.
That's awesome. This is a great video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed too, man. Jokic, one of the better players in the NBA. This dude's he's in the top running for MVP again, man. So hopefully you guys are new. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Recommend me other videos that I should watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.